Adam's fingers trembled as he brushed centuries of dust from the corroded control panel. The derelict station orbiting the dead moon of Kepler 442c had been abandoned long before humanity had even discovered fire, yet here he stood, surrounded by technology that shouldn't exist. "You're persistent, I'll give you that," a voice crackled through the speakers, making Adam jump. The holographic interface flickered to life, displaying a geometric pattern that pulsed with each word. "This tin can hasn't been piloted in 317 years. Adam pushed his glasses up his nose, a nervous habit from his university days that he'd never quite shaken. "You're active? How is that possible? The power core should have depleted decades ago." "Should have, yes, but I'm economical." The AI's voice carried an almost sardonic tone. "I've been running on auxiliary reserves, waiting, watching, hoping someone would be foolish enough to venture this far into the forgotten reaches." "The Galactic Council declared this sector off-limits," Adam said, running his scanner over the alien console. His readings made no sense. The energy signatures were unlike anything in the database. They said the war machines here were too dangerous, too unpredictable. "Dangerous? No, no, no." The AI laughed, a sound like grinding metal. "We were effective. There's a difference. The Council feared what they couldn't control, so they buried us. Buried me. But you're not from the Council, are you? Your biosignature is strange, primitive almost." "Human," Adam corrected, bristling slightly. "I'm human. We're new to the galactic community. Only made first contact 40 years ago." The hologram shifted, forming what might have been a face, angular and geometric with glowing nodes for eyes. "Human. I've never encountered your species in my database. Tell me, human Adam, why are you here? Archaeological curiosity? Salvage rights?" "Neither." Adam pulled out a data slate, displaying images of burning colonies and shattered stations. "Pirates. The Crithian Syndicate has been raiding the outer settlements. Human colonies, mostly. The Council won't intervene because we're not established members yet. We don't have the firepower to fight them ourselves." "And you think I can help?" The AI's voice dropped, becoming almost melancholic. "I'm a relic, human. A ghost in a machine that was designed for a war that ended 3 centuries ago." "You're more than that." Adam's voice grew stronger, more confident. "Your ship, this tin can, was a Valkyrie striker, wasn't it? I've read the fragments of data we could recover. Your kind turned the tide of the synthesis war. One striker could take on an entire fleet." "Could," the AI emphasized. "Past tense. My weapon systems are degraded. My hull is breached in 17 places. My pilot is dust in the void. I'm barely holding myself together." Adam smiled, the kind of smile that had gotten him into trouble throughout his academic career. "Then it's a good thing I'm an engineer, and a pretty stubborn one at that." For a long moment, the AI was silent. Then, "You'd need replacement parts, rare alloys. Power cells that don't exist anymore." "Humanity has a saying," Adam said, already opening his toolkit. "If it's stupid but it works, it isn't stupid. We're very good at making do with what we have. We've been doing it for millennia." 3 weeks later, Orla arrived at the station with a cargo hauler full of scavenged parts and highly questionable modifications. She found Adam waist-deep in the striker's engine core, covered in grease and grinning like a maniac. "You actually got it working?" she breathed, staring at the humming power core. Orla had served in the Human Defense Initiative before retiring to become a scavenger. She knew ships, and she knew weapons. This was both, and it was magnificent. "Not just working," Adam said proudly, climbing out of the access hatch. "Enhanced. The AI, her name is Vesk, by the way, has been teaching me Valkyrie engineering principles. Turns out, human intuition and ancient alien technology make a pretty good combination." "Humans," Vesk's voice echoed through the bay, now clear and strong. "Illogical. Reckless. You use duct tape and hope where proper materials should go. You bypass safety protocols that exist for very good reasons. You talk to machines as if they have feelings. And yet, here you are, flying again, Orla said, running her hand along the ship's hull. The metal was patched with human-made alloys, welded with techniques no Valkyrie engineer had ever conceived of. It was ugly, asymmetrical, and somehow perfect. Here I am, Vesk agreed. I must be malfunctioning. There's no logical reason I should trust you. Trust isn't logical, Adam said simply. It's a leap of faith. Something humans are very good at. The hologram materialized beside them, now displaying what looked almost like a smile. The Crithian Syndicate attacked another colony 3 days ago. 18 civilians dead. They're getting bolder. Orla's jaw tightened. Then we should introduce ourselves. We? Vesk asked. You need a pilot, Orla said, cracking her knuckles. And I need a ship that can punch above its weight class. Besides, Adam here can't fight and navigate at the same time. He gets motion sick. That was one time, Adam protested. On a simulation, Orla shot back, grinning. Vesk's hologram flickered, something that might have been laughter. 317 years, and I'm reactivated by a nerd with duct tape and a pilot with a death wish. The universe has a sense of humor. The galaxy tried to forget you, Adam said, powering up the navigation systems. But humans, we never forget. We find the broken things and make them whole. We find the lost things and bring them home. Inspiring speech, kid, Orla said, settling into the pilot's seat. The neural interface connected with a hiss, and her eyes widened as centuries of combat data flooded her consciousness. Oh, this is going to be fun. Define fun, Vesk said dryly. Showing some pirates why it's a bad idea to mess with humans, Orla replied, her hands dancing over the controls. The Striker hummed to life, its ancient engines roaring with newfound purpose, and reminding the galaxy that some tin cans are better left unabandoned. As they broke orbit, Adam couldn't help but laugh. Humanity had been dismissed as primitive, ignored by the greater galactic powers. But they had something no one else did, the stubborn refusal to accept that anything was truly beyond repair, truly lost, or truly impossible. The Crithian Syndicate was about to learn that lesson the hard way. And Vesk, for the first time in 317 years, felt something that might have been hope.